It is Monday morning with a bunch of the team. Got started. If you guys watched the last video, the office is nice and clean when I came in this morning, so that felt really nice. Now I've got a call with this dude who reached out. I don't even know how he got my contact, but he wants to talk about sleep. So yeah, we're gonna talk about sleep and how important sleep is in the equation. So sleep is pretty important, in case you didn't know. 6 to 7 months ago, I got into the space of really wanting to get back into training more and like working out more and like being very sort of systemized with that approach. And the total equation for me to be able to be in the gym at 6:30 was to go to bed at 9. Like it wasn't, the problem wasn't, figuring out how to like wake up earlier. It was figuring out how to go to sleep earlier. I was a I've been a snorer probably ever since like college or so, and never really worried about it. Was very in tune that like some nights I would snore a lot, other nights I wouldn't snore. Kind of thought it was just a positioning thing. So I did a sleep test and basically came to the, like after they did the little, you wear the thing and you go through like the little sturdy, that sucked. But they're like, if you sleep on your side or on your stomach, it's not a problem. If you sleep on your back, you definitely have it. So I got one of those jaw pieces that you can get from the dentist to kind of move your bottom jaw out. And that, has just been a game changer for my girlfriend, probably, frankly, as much as it's been a game changer for me. And I haven't seen any of your stuff, so I could be preaching to the choir on some of this or not. But what I usually tell people is, like, if you're going to get into really creating content, the format that you want to focus on creating is short form vertical videos. So how do you create as many of those videos as possible? Because if you create a sub 60-second short form vertical video, you can put it on every single platform. So it can be a YouTube short, a TikTok, an Instagram reel, a Pinterest idea pin, a Facebook reel. YouTube specifically, like if you're like, hey, I want YouTube to be my lead, what I would tell people is like, I really love the idea of sort of a hub and spoke media approach to a media brand. So you create your hub piece of content once a week, and then you are essentially creating spokes based off of that long form piece of content. So those could be like little chunks of content you pull out of a long form video. They could be, taking out little pieces and doing those as more long form written pieces of content. So you essentially use that foundational video as literally the foundation for your other little pieces throughout the week. Essentially, you're kind of looking at keywords, but you're also looking at other adjacent profiles. And what we say is you should always look for the unicorns. So if someone has 50,000 subscribers and a video gets 150,000 views, that's a unicorn, piece of content. And that's what you should be thinking about sort of recreating, using those as sort of the drivers of what you would be doing. It's honestly just something about like the lessons you learn in the trenches are the ones that like stick with you, the ones that just are burned in my brain. It's like, I think about it almost like when a comedian bombs, right? Like those are the things that they remember. They look like, dang dude, I bombed so hard. Like when you bomb in business, like you remember that it was yesterday, where did I go wrong? What was my big idea that just like fell flat on its face? Or like when you invest in this thing and you're like, okay, I'm going to put 15 grand, 20 grand into this thing and see what happens. And then it just dies. Or, you launch a new initiative and then 6 months later you're like, how much time have we spent on doing this and it's really gone nowhere and there's no signs of life? Like, dude, that's where you're like, okay, that goes in the memory bank for like done wrong that I'm not gonna do again. It's Friday, 5:09. Just got back to the studio, been working on emails, uploading content and whatnot. This week really didn't have any time to film anything, honestly. Just went kind of haywire after we had people out. So basically 9 or 10 shoots this week. Ended up having to do the vast majority of those myself. I think like 7 shoots. Yesterday was behind the camera for like 12 hours. So you know what they say, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth, which kind of happens. So wrapping up the week, tomorrow, or actually this evening, we're driving down to Charlotte because we've got a little bit of work to do at the house down there. Then we're coming back tomorrow for a birthday party, and yeah, so just lots of movement, lots of transportation, lots of driving, but felt like a successful week in terms of the shoots going well. But whenever weeks like this happen, I've had like 2 or 3 kind of like runs like this, or you lose a day, you lose a week, and you just kind of feel like you get behind on like sort of the moving the ball forward with other things. So it is what it is. We're gonna get it back next week. You know, after a long week, we have to treat ourselves to just a little treat. Mini Coke. Yum, 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 yum. Just something about a Coke. Something about a Coke. Gotta pack up, finish up, wrap it up, get home, and then drive it up or drive it down to the Queen City. So let's go. Welcome to the B&B. Here's the first project this morning. So we're planting, I guess, 5 trees. Those already have their holes. So I have 2 more holes to dig. Plants keep dying on us back here, so we're trying to fix that, but we'll see how this goes. All right, plants are in, so hopefully these will start growing. We had 2 that are died, so we're trying to transplant that thing over here. And that's what good hour and a half of planting will look like. But we've got so much that's grown up in here than in the front. None of what you see above my finger, like those were there. Some stuff back here was here. That's all new. That's all new. So lots to do here. And then basically this entire bed was empty, and now it's full after all the rain. So it used to all look like that, and now it looks like that. So plenty more to do. I'm already sweating. But if you're doing the real estate thing like we're doing it right now, where it's kind of ground and pound, very small scale, I think you got to be down to do some work the land. So today we are working the land. All this brush moved out of here, so this is getting nice and cleared out. Now trimming on these guys. We even have some surprises we get to take home, like a clothing rack, which is actually going to be really nice for the studio because I've been kind of needing one of those. Then, unfortunately, we had some bedding that was just kind of disgustingly stained, so we're going to have to replace that. That is kind of cleared out now, which feels good. Sprayed a ton of Roundup, and it's been a strike mission. It stayed cool this morning, up around 7, it's 11:15. Really just been grinding for like 4 hours. Well, not even, maybe 3.5 hours, but got a ton done, so that feels good. And yeah, now we just need to get some new tenants in here. So if you need a place in northeast Charlotte, check us out on the B&B. 3 Kings and the Queen.
Who's ready to party? How do we YouTube?
I don't know.
Here's my outfit for today. The theme is fun in the sun, so I'm shining bright.
Oh, you're presenting like it's a keynote speech. Sarah's outfit. Ta-da! My outfit. Ta-da!